What's true about real estate is true about D&D. It's location, location, location. So if you're a DM looking for exciting locations to put your players in for your next campaign, you have come to the right place. Today, I want to give you a glimpse inside the new book from Media Labs, The Game Master's Guide to Legendary Locations. Hey Dice Rollers, Paul here, and I'll be your DM for a little while. And if you enjoy videos about world building, DM advice, and reviews with an old school vibe, then consider subscribing to the channel. Now this book has 253 pages and was crafted by Jeff Ashworth and Tim Baker, along with a host of other contributors. And for the sake of time, I will only be going through the desert environment because the layout is the same for each of the biomes. Each environment has 11 small locations, 6 medium locations, and 3 large locations, plus a major villain for each of the environments. Now let's take a look at the table of contents. All right, now here we have the table of contents. As you can see here, we have deserts, forests, swamps, hills, and grasslands. We have the frostlands. We have oceans and coastal, mountains and underground. And we even have a little table here in the right-hand corner there to say, where should I start in this book? We'll go ahead and roll the D8 and go to that location. Now, let me also say that I have done reviews for all of these Game Master guidebooks. I'll put a playlist at the end. And sometimes Media Labs sends me these books. They have not sent me this book. I went out and bought it for myself. And as always, I try to give you an unbiased review. All right, so let's go and take a look at these small locations. As I said before, there are 11 small locations per section, so that's a lot of locations there, small locations you can put all over your map. And you have the Crypt of the Bone King and the Bone Church, and each section has a set of mechanics, which I imagine works for both the 2014 and the 2024 editions of D&D. And it also has the mechanics you would use in that particular location, key dangers, as well as potential loot or boons you may be able to find there. Now, the medium locations, they are, well, medium. They take up a full page. And you have here the Lost Fleet of Valor Fry. And once again, they give you the mechanics, they give you the key dangers, and in this case, they give you some variant encounters. So they give you various encounters that you can have right there at that location, as well as the potential loot and boons. And then for the larger locations, you have a full spread. There's probably, I think, 4 pages, per large location. As you can see here, this is the Big Dig of Ribcage Ridge. As you can see, once again, mechanics, key dangers, got a beautiful little map there. And as you can see, it does a breakdown of the mechanics there. And it tells you it's in the name. The Big Dig is a large scale site. 1 square on the grid is meant to represent 10 feet. It has a deep battlefield. The primary area of combat on this map is roughly 300 feet below sea level. The walls along the outer rim of the dig are 300 feet high, with the tiered areas some 100 to 200 feet off the ground at the GM discretion. Scaling these walls requires a DC 15 strength or athletics check. You see they describe it as poor upkeep. There's scaffolding and bridges that allow workers to walk between all the different sites. It tells you not sturdy, so there may be some dexterity checks involved there. And then it says cover, but not much. The skeletal remains of the ancient host could serve as half cover at GM discretion. And then it gives you some other considerations. Now, something else they give you here in the book is they give you a regional faction to work with, which is great. In this particular case, you have the Howling Harpies. Driven howling mad by the desert sun, these bandits are unique among criminal factions, gaining power through whispers. As you can see there, they give you the notable members, primary location, gives you even motivations, tactics, stat block considerations. Let me tell you something, this is everything a DM wants. It's just spelled out for you. And of course, you can tinker with it as you please, as it was intended to be. Now, for each of the biomes, they give you obstacles, right? Potential obstacles. So here in the desert, they have sandstorm surge, a giant desert worm, scorpion swarms, lots of great potential obstacles there. And it goes over to the other page. There's 20. You can roll a d20 and find one of these obstacles right there in the desert to cause your players to panic. But hey, listen, let's say you say, Paul, I like all these things. They're great. Lots of locations. What if I want to do something myself? Well, they give you a do-it-yourself page. Build your own location table. There you go. You got a 1d20. It says this location is called the Temple of the Shattered King, a range of jagged mountains that seem to pierce the sky. The paths and slopes here change with each phase of the moon. Legend tells of the colossal titan who, in a fit of rage, struck the earth, causing the continent to shift in perpetuity. So there we go. I just came up with my own location. And now I can drop it into any campaign that I'd like. And that's the layout of the book. Each section pretty much looks like that. But if you'll allow me, I'd like to tell you about one more legendary location, and that is my own, the Village of Skyreach, part of my Hexcrawl of Horror series in my Crit Happen zine. There's 8 locations, 12 NPCs, lots of adventure hooks. If you're interested, it's over on DriveThruRPG. It's only $2. Link will be in the description below, as well as a link to the Game Master's Guide to Legendary Locations. Well, hey, listen, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. Thanks for being a part today. Tell me about your favorite D&D location. Where do you like to put players? Do you like deserts? Do you like mountains? Do you like swamps? Leave me a comment down below. And listen, if you're looking for some of these other reviews I've done or some of the other books in this series, well, I'm going to put a playlist right over here. And if you're looking for DM advice, or maybe you're interested in my Hexcrawl of Horror series, well, I'm going to put a playlist right here. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for visiting today. Be sure to go and click the thumbs up button. It tells me you like this video and you want more of them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody.